Hello friends, in this video we are going to solve problems on singular point related to van der Waals differential equation. The question says that investigate the system stability of van der Waals differential equation. Now two expressions are given to you, d square x upon dt square minus mu common with 1 minus x1, or we can say x square the whole common with d by dx. Sorry, परत एकदा घेतो, पूर्ण घेतो. The problem says that investigate the system stability using van der Waals differential equation. The problem given to you is first problem, d square x by dt square minus mu the whole common with 1 minus x square into dx by dt plus x is equal to 0. And second problem says that d square x upon dt square plus mu common with 1 minus x square into dx by dt plus x. Now, out of these two problems, I am going to solve any one problem, and the other problem is kept for the student to do it as a homework. If not solved, you can call me or we can meet in our doubt clearing session also. I'll go with this problem, first problem. So, now for my reference, what am I going to do? This d square x upon dt square, I can write as what? X double dot, and dx by dt I can write as what? X dot, because I am tuned, or normally we are tuned for x dot or x double dot questions. We are never tuned for d square x upon dt square expressions, or we might be tuned but we might not be in a habit of solving such kind of difficult questions. Now please make a note, this question also includes sub 3 questions like the value of mu less than 0, the value of mu when equal to 0, and the value of mu when greater than how much? 0. This is the most important reasoning part of the given problem. Sometimes the value of mu might be given to you and sometimes mu may not be given to you. So it is you who have to decide what could be the value of mu and you have to proceed. If the value of mu is not given, then it is your consideration or it's your lookout how to solve the problem. I would suggest solve the problem for the three different values of mu. Let us try the problem now. So the problem is now d square x upon dt square minus mu the whole common with 1 minus x square the whole common with dx by dt plus x. Now, as I said, I will turn this expression in the format of x dots. So this becomes x double dot minus mu common with 1 minus x square the whole common into what? X dot plus x is equated to what? 0. Now what I'll do, I'll go for finding the state expressions or state space variable part. So step number 1, assigning state space variables. So what do I get? I'll say, let us say x is equal to x1, x dot is equal to x1 dot, let us say is equal to x2, x double dot is equal to x1 double dot is equal to x2 dot, let us say nothing. So now we are going to substitute these values of x dots in the given expression. So x double dot becomes what? X2 dot minus mu common with 1 minus x square, x is nothing but x1, so x1 square, x dot is nothing but our x2 plus x again becomes x1 is equated to what? 0. This is what I have got over here. Now let us take two important expressions. The two important expression is x1 dot and the second expression is what? X2 dot. So I will write this as x1 dot is equal to x2 and x2 dot is equal to minus of x1, okay, minus of x1 plus mu the whole common 1 minus x1 square the whole common with x2. Students, please make a note how I have written the expression. X2 dot and remaining term shifting on the RHS of the expression. So x2 dot is what? Minus of x1. This minus mu becomes plus mu, common with 1 minus x1 square, common with what? X2. So now my A matrix becomes, or if I want to write this expression in the form of x dot is equal to A into x, how can I write? I will write this x1 dot is equal to 0 times x1 and 1 times x2. x2 dot is what? It is minus 1 times x1 and mu common with 1 minus x1 square common with x2. That's it. I repeat once again. x1 dot is 0 times x1, 1 times x2, and x2 dot is what? Minus 1 times x1 plus mu common with 1 minus x1 square times x2. Now if I go for matrix format, the matrix will be as follows, like this. So matrix is over now. Now I will go for the step number 2, that is finding the equilibrium condition. So step number 2, finding the equilibrium point at origin or not. So we have an expression as x1 dot is x2 and x2 dot is equal to minus of x1 plus mu common 1 minus x1 square into x2. So how to find out equilibrium condition? Substitute x1 dot equal to x2 dot, let us say equal to what? 0. So this expression becomes 0 is equal to x2, or I can say x2 is equal to what? 0. Further, this expression now becomes 0 is equal to minus of x1 plus mu common 1 minus x1 square common with what? X2. Now what is the value of this x2? This x2 is what? 0. Now if this x2 is 0, then this expression becomes 0 is equal to minus x1 plus 0, which means that x1 is equal to what? 0. So what conclusion do you obtain? Therefore, when I say x1 dot is equal to x2 dot is what? 0, then my x1 comma x2 values are also equal to what? 0. Simple. Now the most important point is to find the matrix A at this initial condition, or sorry Paratha. Now the most important point is to find matrix A at this equilibrium condition. So step number 3 will be finding the matrix A. So now let us go for step number 3, finding A at equilibrium condition. So how to find out A at equilibrium condition? First we will find A matrix that we have already found out. So x dot is equal to matrix A common with x. So it is 0, 1, minus 1, mu 1 minus x1 square. So x dot at 0 comma 0, since x1 x2 are what? 0 0, equal to 0 1 minus 1, and it becomes mu. Why it becomes mu? Because the value of this x1 is equal to what? 0. I hope you remember. So since the value of this x1 is what? 0, x1 square, 0 square is also what? 0. So my x dot is equal to 0 1 minus 1 mu, the whole common with what? X. Now the problem is going to have three different conditions. What are the three different conditions? Condition number 1, when mu value is minus 1, when mu value is 0, and when mu value is plus 1. In the starting of the problem, I have told you it is going to have three conditions: mu as less than 0, mu equal to 0, and mu greater than what? 0. So let us go with these three different conditions. So let us go with the first condition. Condition number 1, mu value equal to 0. So the matrix is x dot is equal to 0, 1, minus 1 mu, the whole common, into x. So if the value of mu is 0, the expression becomes x dot is equal to 0, 1, minus 1, 0. At what condition? Mu equal to 0 into what? X. So now I'll go with the determinant of Si minus A is equated to 0 condition. So determinant of S 0, 0, S minus A. What is A matrix? 0, 1, minus 1, 0. The whole common is equated to what? 0. So if you solve it further, you will get determinant of S minus 0 is S minus 1, 1, and S is equated to 0. If you try to find the determinant value, it becomes S square plus 1 is equal to what? 0. X square plus 1 is equal to what? 0. Therefore, I can say S square is equal to minus 1, or S is equal to plus minus J. Now students, please tell me, S is equal to plus minus J is which equilibrium point? Any guesses? Correct. It is a vortex or a center point. So what is the peculiarity about vortex or a center point? The pole locations are imaginary and the trajectory is a closed circle in our Z1 Z2 plane. So what is the conclusion? Therefore, the equilibrium point is a vortex point with pole at S is equal to plus minus J. So if I draw my S plane, this is sigma, this is J omega, poles are lying on the J omega axis. Now since the poles are lying on the J omega axis, the trajectory drawn in our, let us say, Z1 Z2 plane will be a circle, and if I draw it on a x1 x2 plane, it will be a oval shaped trajectory as shown. Let us see. This is my x1 x2 trajectory will be a oval shape. Further, if I draw, this is my Z1 Z2, it will be a circle. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is equilibrium point is vortex, which is what? Marginally stable. Marginally stable. This completes the first part, that is mu equal to what? 0. Let us now go for the second part, that is mu equal to, let us say, minus 1. So matrix A now becomes x dot is equal to 0, 1, minus 1 mu common with x. So x dot is equal to 0, 1, minus 1, minus 1. into x for what condition? For mu equal to what? Minus 1. Now determinant of Si minus a is equated to what? 0. So determinant of Si s 0 0 s minus a is what? 0 1 minus 1 is equal to what? 0. So now if this is a condition, let us find the answer, that is determinant of s minus 0 is s, 0 minus 1 is what? Minus 1, 0 minus of minus 1 is what? Plus 1, and again this becomes what? S plus a, or s plus 1, value is equal to what? 0. So if you solve the determinant value, it becomes s square plus s plus 1 is equal to what? 0. So we got the characteristic expression as s square plus 1 plus 1 is equal to what? 0. So this is a characteristic equation. Now I need to find out the pole locations. So if you solve this value, the pole locations will be s is equal to minus 0.5 plus minus j 0.866. After solving this expression on the calculator, we get s is equal to minus 0.5 plus minus j 0.866. So where is the real part of the complex conjugate pole location? It is on the LHS of the S-plane. And we know that if the pole is lying on the LHS of the S-plane, the system or the equilibrium point is what? Stable. Further, it's a complex conjugate pole location, which means that, or to be much more precise, it's a stable complex conjugate pole locations. Hence, the trajectory will be a focus or a stable focus. So let us conclude the session part with the mu equal to minus 1. So S is equal to minus 0.5 plus minus j 0.866. So if I go for S plane, sigma j omega, let us say this is my minus 0.5, this is plus j 0.866, this is minus j 0.866. So the pole locations are at minus 0.5 plus j 0.866 and minus 0.5 minus j 0.866. Now if I go for the drawing of the trajectory, so if I draw a trajectory, this is, let us say, x1 or x2. So the trajectory from somewhere is going to merge towards origin. So as you can see, the trajectory is a spiral which is what? Merging towards origin. So what conclusion can we draw from the given problem finding? We can say that singular point is a stable focus point, is a stable focus point. Now this I have drawn for which concept? For mu equal to minus 1. Let us now go for the third condition, that is mu equal to what? Plus 1. Condition number 3, mu is equal to plus 1. So if mu is equal to plus 1, I can say x dot is equal to 0 1 minus 1 mu into what? X. So if I put mu is equal to plus 1, x dot is equal to 0 1 1 minus 1 and plus 1 over here, common with what? X. I am doing this problem a bit faster now, skipping few of the steps since you are now handy with the problem. So determinant of Si minus a will be, if equated to 0, can be taken as determinant of s 0 0 s minus A is what? 0, 1, minus 1 and 1. Determinant value is equal to what? 0. So if you solve this, s minus 0 is s minus 1 plus 1 and s minus 1 is equated to what? 0. So the expressions will be s square minus s plus 1 is equal to what? 0. The expression is s square minus s plus 1 is equal to 0. Now if you go for finding the pole location or the roots, this will be s is equal to plus 0.5 plus minus j 0.866. So s is equal to plus zero point 0.5 plus minus j 0.866. So a complex conjugate pole locations with positive real part gives you a concept of focus point, but to be precise, unstable focus. So if I draw the pole 0 plot, j omega sigma, this is, let us say, j 0.866, this is, let us say, minus j 0.866, and this is, let us say, 0.5. The pole location will be plus 0.5 plus j 0.866 and plus 0.5 minus j 0.866. So the trajectory will be as follows. This is x1, x2. So from origin, the trajectory is diverging away from the origin. So what conclusion do we draw? Since the trajectory is diverging away from the origin in the form of spiral, the conclusion says that singular point is unstable focus point, is unstable focus point. So we have seen three different varieties. That is, for mu equal to 0, it was a focus, sorry, for mu equal to 0, it was a center point. For mu equal to minus 1, it was a stable focus. And for mu equal to plus 1, it becomes a unstable focus. So three different varieties of mu has been taken into consideration. For the second problem, it is expected from the students to solve the problem on the same cases for mu equal to 0, plus 1 and minus 1, and tell me what is the answer. Thank you for watching this video.